Fancy meeting you here, at work. Greetings, Director. Greetings.
I'll exchange any item for some credits. And just for you, there's always a freebie. Right now, I've got a holodoc, I think you call it. Oh, and I've also got a Medibot. Found him adrift in space a while ago. He was just purchase an item, and I'll transport it over to your inventory. As for the holodoc, I must insist that you take it. He keeps popping into existence inside my spleen.
The holodoc emitter Baz has gifted us is a valuable piece of kit. A room upgrade. Place it in one of our treatment rooms and it'll kick into action. Holodocs are driven by advanced predictive AI. They're not sapient and thus require neither pain nor rest. This would make them perfect doctors if not for the limitations on their AI, which prevent them from learning or demonstrating any personality whatsoever. These qualities do make them excellent corporate executives, however. One of our doctors has leveled up. Let's take a closer look. Select them when you're ready.
What's up?
Level 1 doctors will start out as trainees, and upon reaching level 2, you're able to assign them an expertise, which will allow them to work far more effectively in one specific room. Select an expertise to continue. Here you can see the options for this doctor's expertise, which are based on the rooms they've worked in while in your hospital. Choose one to continue.
Hi there.
Yes, a fine choice. Try to assign experts to the relevant rooms. It'll help keep your patients alive and your workforce content. Director, something we haven't yet covered is Medibot modes.
Hey, that's me!
Yes, it is, Medi. Well done. Director, select a Medibot to continue. Here we can see the configuration of this Medibot. Adjusting this will focus them on specific tasks. You can also use this window to change the appearance of your Medibots, in the event that you share that particular fascination with our previous director. And with that, we've completed our orientation protocol. Excellent work.
Hello.
We're receiving a call from Dorian Salazar.
This is Dorian Salazar, CEO. With which space creature am I speaking?
Mr. Salazar, a very fine day to you, sir. You're through to the director's office. If you're...
A robot? Well, that's a daring hire. Listen well, computer boy, to my terrible problems. My workers were performing an orbital trash discharge, and in a totally unforeseeable disaster, they were coated in unknown sludges. After they completed their assigned shifts, an intern noticed that their bodies had warped into some manner of transparent slime. Here then is my offer to your fine company. If you're able to keep some workers alive for their shifts tomorrow, I'll send you some space money.
Of course. We'll send over a contract and then we can...
That won't be necessary. Good luck to you and goodbye.
Well, that's delightful. Director, it sounds like we're in for an influx of emergency patients. Director, the emergency patients from Saladon are now arriving, and they're in a wretched state. We'll be lucky if most of them don't drop dead in the corridor. Let's save as many as we can. Be sure to prioritize them so they're seen to as quickly as possible. And I think now's the time to use that stabilizing solution we received from Baz.
Guess it's over.
What do you want?
Finally dying. I'm done for.
Hello? Rest in peace to that plucky fellow. I pretend to be angry about their excruciating death, but I think we all knew it was on the cards.
What do you want?
That's 3 insurance payouts now, which is more than the amount of testicles I have. A very reliable metric for when things aren't going too well.
Director, I wonder if we could try a little harder to keep some of these patients.
God's alive, they're dropping like
dying.
dogs over there. Look, I know they were in a rough state, but this is gonna cost us a fortune in novelty condolence cards. Get your shit together, Galacticares!
Help me.
This is Dorian Salazar expressing some legally mandated gratitude that you managed to save one of those workers. Their colleagues appreciate you. Keep it up and so on. Their flesh was slopping off in clumps, but it would have been nice to have a functional shift tomorrow. I'll pay you for the chaps who are still alive, and then you're out.
Quite the ride, Director. I'm up to my pineal gland in new data. Either that or I'm overdosing on hypercaf. I'm going to dive right into genome mapping Baz. His cells keep phasing through the collector, so it might take a bit of tinkering. Heal will apprise you of our next job. But for now, thanks for making this real. You're bringing our dream to life. Now, let's change the galaxy.
Excellent work, Director. Ms. Orion seems thrilled, and we've already booked another contract. A music festival in Earth's space, if you can believe it.
What's a music festival, Heel?
In this case, Medi, I dread to imagine. Earmuff mode on standby. I'd rather your circuits weren't blown out by exposure to Odeon harsh noise. Director, should you prefer to hang about and continue working in your fine hospital, we'll remain on site with you until you choose to move on. Good to see you back, Director. We're about to... Director, welcome to the show. I am pleased to report that our acoustic barriers are fully engaged, and we are thus safe from any potential cerebral hemorrhaging. The dull thump 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 you can hear is coming from the Burning Moon Festival, named for, well, I suppose you can look out the window.
Wow, it's so bright! Heel, why are they setting the moon on fire?
Medi, it's just one of life's many thrilling mysteries. Get the mop. Our contract is for the duration of the festival, which is split between various acts. I'll pop that information up on the objectives window. But expecting calls from Leonard Moon, the festival...
Wow, man.
Yes,
Wow, hey, so yeah,
it does... Ms. Orion is on the line for you, Director. She's rather keen to bang on about lasers. The call remains, Director. If the promise of a conversation about lasers isn't quite capturing you, please continue to delay, and I'll take that as a hint that I should cancel your attendance to the brutally in-depth laser conference of 2283. Understood, Director. I shall replace the conference's spot in your schedule with a quick...
Laser surgery. Scalpels weren't cutting it, so to speak. So, we switched over to high-intensity mining lasers to handle some of the crustier conditions people come down with. As it turns out, having industrial energy devices blasting away at your skin made people anxious. So I also took the initiative to make it a kind of immersive musical experience. Kind of like dressing up an MRI machine as a pirate ship.
I'm not sure how Ms. Orion managed to turn lasers into a healthcare solution, but here we are. Let's build some so that we can treat our incoming patients. We're ready to open up at your command, Director. Our patients await, Director. Are we ready? Excellent. I'll let Mr. Moon know that we're operating and ready to receive patients from the festival.
Oh, hey, you guys are open now. Apparently, that's good actually, because people were like dying down here. My security guards are gonna try and get them up to you, but a lot of them are very heavy from having metal all over their face, so we'll get them to you when we can. Thanks.
Our first patients are arriving now, Director. Should they have access to a reception desk and a diagnosis room, they may begin their adventure of not prematurely dropping dead.
Hey, so we got all the people. people who got encased in liquid metal rounded up, and they've been, like, aggressively shoved into your shovels. So they're on their way now. Please fix them. We need their post-festival reviews for our socials. Thanks!
Director, the patients who got coated with liquid metal have just arrived.
Our first patients are beginning to arrive, and some...
You a doctor?
of them a species we've not... Get encountered. Ms. Orion's uploaded a couple of dossiers for us to get acquainted with. Ms. Orion on the...
The Diani are a plant-based species. They're often loners, vagrants, artists, explorers, and their family dynamic has a lot to do with their isolation. They're created by a living planet. It won't talk to them. It won't give them purpose. They just pop out of the ground without a reason for their existence. Despite their solitary nature, other species really like being around them. Pheromones or something, who knows? Kuba Bali. These hearty sauroids are patient, precise, and durable. They rarely need a break, and it takes their bladders an almost supernaturally long time to fill up. So there's that. They adore order and live in discrete tribes, all with their own rituals, which have been brought into a cultural structure known as concatenated ordering. The exact details of how that all works aren't entirely understood, but it seems to work for them, so more power to them.
Wow, you guys are just lasering the metal off our crowd? That's so cool, I'm not even sure if I care if they die. I guess we hired the right people, huh? Half of those guys are better now, which is great. Also, they were in the cheap seats, so if you kinda wanna take a break, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Bravo on handling that emergency. It's in the bag. Mr. Moon is apparently occupied by his exhausting labors, but he's provided a pre-recorded message for you. I'll play it now.
In the event that you guys do a great job, hey, wow, great job. Thanks for doing whatever it is you did. I'm sure it'll be great for the festival. Thanks, here's money. Goodbye.
Hello there. I hope you're all well.